That's what I call a turnaround. Well, it looks like we're going to have a nasty old day, unfortunately. Can I sort of pass these round somewhere? I don't really care. Sort of.
Who hasn't?
Is that going to say it's no electric?
Sorry?
Is that going to say it's no electric?
I don't know what I've got yet. I haven't really woken up yet. Can I put this on you? It's just, yeah.
It's a microphone. Where's it going?
Well, I don't know. It hasn't got. I hate to tell you this, but it hasn't got a time clip on it. So I just wandered around aimlessly with it. God, look at that picture, isn't it horrible? Yeah, if it.
You have mine in.
Well,
Went away.
yeah, it's got a clip on it. Thanks. So we got driver. What's your name?
Mercer.
Driver Mercer.
Southport.
Oh right. And our inspector.
Stuart Mason from Liverpool.
Right. Okay. That's perfect. If you can just sort of say as we go, well, do you want to hold that? Because you obviously know what you're talking about, whereas I don't.
What sort of thing do you want to know?
Well, if you know, as we come up to a junction or whatever, that's where it's going to, or anything in particular that's happened there, you know, or I must admit, I was quite surprised by just how regular they all are. Service, you know.
Yeah.
Quite frequent, no?
15 minutes service.
There's a picture. Oh no.
Hunts Cross West Junction.
Which is Hunts Cross Box here, is it?
No, this used to be Hunts Cross Box. The bottom of it, the base is still here. This used to be Hunts Cross West Box. That's the base of the old signal box there that you just passed.
Oh, I see.
That railway line round there to the right, that goes up to Allerton Junction and then onto the Liverpool line.
Yeah.
On the old Cheshire Lines Railway now, down to Garston Station. Railway up to about, 4 years ago, was it, Will? 5 years ago, only used to go as far as Garston, they reopened it again. Hunts Cross West.
Yeah. So, where is it signalled from? Hunts Cross Station?
We're on Hunts Cross Power Box all the way to St Michael's, and then James Street Power Box takes over from there.
Right. Is Hunts Cross Box that strange looking building at the
Yes,
end
at the
of
end of
the
the
station?
platform, yes.
Because I thought, is that the box when I saw HX or HC?
HC
on it?
it is, yes.
Yeah. I knew while I was waiting there, I saw it there, and I thought, oh, there's also a box here somewhere. Is that it?
Yeah.
But being in that modern building, you can't really tell. Well, not for certain, anyway.
No.
Look at this.
Will knows a lot more about this railway than I do, but he's been at Southport all his life.
Oh, I see.
Man and boy. Man and boy.
Is that right? So what unit are we in?
507001.
Oh, is it?
This is the only unit at the moment that's fitted with a through bus bar.
Through
bus bar. There's no shoes on the front end of it. They're only on the rear bogies of the leading vehicles.
Yeah.
It's to save it getting gap when it goes across small gaps like this. When they first came out, they weren't allowed to have a through bus bar for the power circuit.
Right.
See, so they've now got departmental approval, presumably from the Department of the Environment, I should imagine, because it was considered a fire risk at first, you see.
Oh, I see.
Now it's properly protected cable, and we can have a through bus line running right through, so that the driver doesn't lose power when he goes over level crossings and things like that.
Oh, right. So they're all going to be fitted?
Presumably so, if it's a success, which it seems to be, doesn't it? Well, it's a lot better.
So it's technically still on test?
Technically it's still on test.
Smooth the ride anyway, so.
Yeah?
This was a junction here at Kensington now, just approaching Kensington Station. There was a junction here that takes you down to the Freightliner depot at Garston. Of course, that's long since gone now.
Yeah. Well, back on ourselves.
Yes, Freightliner trains used to, when I was a second man at Guybridge, we used to come down here with Freightliner trains and then we put a shunt engine on the back and drag you back into the liner depot from here.
Oh, I see.
What you're seeing now, the TT under the signal that's just gone out, that's a trip top tester. The units are fitted with trip cocks for working in the underground, so if a driver passes a signal of danger in the underground, the brake will automatically be applied. It's a mechanical arm that hangs down on the right hand side.
Yeah.
And there are physical train stops that go up and down. And when the signal's clear, they lie flat. When the signal is at danger, it stands up and it makes contact with the arm, which breaks the electrical circuit to the brake and therefore applies it. And what we're seeing now, that TT that we put out at 101 signal, you will see another one when we get in the underground into the platform at Liverpool Central, and that proves that the trip cock is engaged. Should we have not have put the TT out, we would have to get the signalman's permission to go down the underground, because technically it's inoperative then.
Oh, I see.
A unit is not allowed to work in the underground with the trip cock inoperative.
So how much of the system is underground?
It's about 3 miles, isn't it, Will, altogether?
I must admit, I've never travelled on these lines in my life.
Oh, no.
Ah, well, you see. I've been up to the area, you know, I've been up to Southport when they've had steam there and stuff like that. But I've never travelled around here.
This next station is notorious for low rail adhesion, this one. Yeah, you have to get all
trees.
You have to get all further back here. Especially in this weather, we get a lot of leaf contamination.
Yeah. Yeah, you come out to that bad time of year as well.
Yes. Well, we do have a sandite unit, which is one of the old Watford 50.
Oh yeah.
501. I think
Is it
it's
a
called-
battery?
Yeah, 970. No, it's not a battery. No, it's just a standard 2-car Watford Euston unit, which has been converted to work on Merseyrail.
I think it's tucked
Three
down
of
the
them.
side of
Birkenhead, you may see it as we
usually.
pass it at Birkenhead.
Yeah.
They're usually based at Kirkdale, and they just fill them at Birkenhead.
Are they out? They're not usually out till the end.
It
1st of
starts in
October,
October,
isn't it?
that's right, yeah. We'll just receive the new programmes for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know it's 1st of October on the Southern. That's when they kick off.
That's it for me anyway. You could see what I was doing. What is this? Merseyside weather. First time I come up here and it's unwelcome, I tell you. Because we've got customers all over the place, but they say, why don't you do, Merseyside? You haven't touched this area at all. And to be honest, all we've done is like Birkenhead's 03s on the docks. We haven't done, the odd trip to Southport, but that's only usually a couple of shots.
That's why we've got a lot of trees around here, because it rains 10 months down to 12, doesn't it?
Is that right? Lovely. Could have told me that before I booked.
And when they start falling, we start swimming.
Ring wellies.
This is the old Otterspool station that we've just gone through now.
What? At this point here,
Just
is it?
past it there, yeah. And we're now coming to what they call Fulwood Tunnel.
Seems irrelevant whether it's a wet one or a dry one now, isn't it? I think it's got to be drier inside today.
Used to be a sidings on the left here, didn't it, Will?
Yeah.
A while ago, there used to be some sidings on the left. Just
Down here, it works.
I can't remember what the name of it was. What are you doing now? You're running through the site of what used to be Liverpool Garden Festival. It was over on the left, and this was the station that you changed for it.
Oh, I see. When was that? Last couple of
It
years
was
ago?
a few years back now, wasn't it, Will? About 6 years ago, 6 years I'd say. I just got married then, hadn't I? It was on before I got married. 84, yeah. I think it was 84 I got married anyway.
Pays to remember. That's the sort of thing it definitely pays to remember. Because is the garden festival sort of in a different city each year, or is it?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
I
I
say,
think it's
'cause
at
Newcastle,
Newcastle
isn't
at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so
What they've done, they've built a road through this one now. And
Beauty.
they've left the main attraction. They've left the pub up.
yeah. I'm surprised they let the garden go myself, really. Because it was a lovely day out.
Yeah.
Everybody who attended it said it was a beautiful day,
You're now entering Dingle Tunnel. The Liverpool overhead railway goes across the top of this tunnel, actually in a tunnel, if you
Oh, yeah.
understand me. From the road, you can see the tunnel portal. It was left in and painted up for the garden festival.
Oh, I see. So it's
Dingle
somewhere
Village
on top, is
yeah,
it?
Dingle Village is on the top, and at the far end, about 3/4 of the way through, you actually go under what used to be the Liverpool overhead railway.
So when did it actually go?
When did it shut that, Will? Years and years ago, wasn't it?
Going on about 30 years, must be.
Yeah, 30 years, probably a bit more than that.
I hear it's quite a while, but to be honest, the history of the area is so past me.
At the end of the tunnel, on the right-hand side, wasn't it, Will, was the old Brunswick shed, wasn't it? Now coming up to what we call Brunswick Curve at the end of the tunnel.
So which side was the shed?
On the right-hand side, wasn't it, Will?
Have you always been a Southport man?
I have, yes.
Well, this one?
Brunswick.
Yeah? What, was it a sub-depot with summer, was it, or?
Some of work, you know, and it's
Over here, it was.
Oh, right. This is a real shame, actually, this here weather. I don't know, is it actually raining at the moment, or is it just on the screen?
Yeah, it is raining, yeah.
like you won't feel it now for about 3 miles.
What's that?
This is the last signal now, controlled by Hunt's Cross.
Oh, I see, yeah.
And now we're going to enter the tunnel. These tunnels are St James's tunnels, 4 and 1 all.
Right. Let's go straight to Central, isn't
This
it?
goes right through Liverpool Central now, yeah.
Pretty amazing system, actually.
Yes.
Am I right in thinking you've got 508s, haven't you?
Yes.
Which are built, am I right in thinking they're built for the Southern?
They were built for the Southern, yeah, and they sent them over there. The Southern weren't happy with them at all.
Were the 507s?
The 507s were designed for this railway. They were actually built
were they?
for this railway. We got them new.
Because I remember sort of years ago seeing the 508s in Woking. Sort of when they were really brand new and like on driver training and sort of tucked away in the sidings.
You can see now where the underground starts.
Right.
What we're doing, we're diving over another tunnel here, Wapping Tunnel from Liverpool.
Yeah. Good grief.
And there's gradients as steep as 1 in 29 down here.
Yeah, I was going to say, you just see it disappear, don't you? Wow.
This next signal's a particularly nasty one, isn't it, Will? JS55 signal, and you come round to it on a bend. It's something that you can't mess about with. You know, you've got
Well,
to
you have to be
bring
prepared.
your speed right down because you've got a very limited sighting of it. The siding on the right there is the reversing siding, which we use to turn trains back at Liverpool.
Oh, I see. What, to get them into the other platform?
That's right, yeah.
I got you. Oh, I see. You're on it in green now. I never realised it's quite like this down here. So you never see photos of this bit?
No, it's a bit like a model
It's
railway.
as black as a bag.
Yeah.
In fact, blacker, I'd say.
Now we've got funny signals down here now. We've got to have coacted signals because they're going to shorten the platform here. They put in an emergency staircase in at this end.
That's where you got one on the floor and one...
No, we've got on this. This is funny because this you'll find as we get near the end of the platform, there's one on each side.
Yeah? Are we on time or...
Yes, we're on time. Yes.
I was just wondering if I can just get out and watch, see if I can rub the screen with something. Let's try it.
I like it. I can't see what I'm doing. It does open your box.
Can I open that door or not? Let's go down the train. Use a VR
I'll
orange
be
vest.
running through the train. We're spoiling that, you know.
Amazing things, VR orange vests. High visibility. Hopefully it'll increase my visibility.
You can see another trip tester there in the tunnel now as we're leaving. And you'll see it go out as the train goes over the ramp there.
Oh,
She's
good.
gone out. That's proved the trip cock's engaged.
Yeah. Oh, God.
We now go down the tunnel now. At the next signal that we come to, you will get a letter H if you're going down to James Street Station. It's called Paradise Street Junction.
A just put the high gain on to try and get some more colour, and I still can't see anything. It is really black though, isn't it?
You see the junction just here, and that's the junction down to the old Merseyrail at James Street, down the side there.
Right.
It's not a passenger railway. The empty stock is allowed over there because we have down here the tunnel emergency system, which is a pair of wires which you can perhaps see running down the side wall.
On the right hand side?
Well, they're at both sides.
Oh, I see.
And by using that, we can get the current switched off in an emergency and/or speak to the signalman at James Street power box should we stop between signals.
So James Street is where exactly?
James Street is down below, right down in the deep level. When we go round the loop later on, you'll see James Street signal box. It's a little power box up in the roof in James Street Station, but it's well below ground.
Right. I must admit, I'm quite...
Which is more field station now, and what we're going to do when we leave here is climb then out up a place called Leeds Street Bank.
Yeah.
And you'll find that's quite steep. I think it's 1 in 30. And we come out there, then we're back over the old railway, then more or less from Liverpool Exchange.
Yeah. Do these things ever have any trouble getting up the hills?
Very rarely, only if we get. Sometimes we've had a bit of trouble when we've had de-icing fluid that's leaked onto the running rail out of a tank.
Oh, I see.
But other than that, they're well overpowered, aren't they? You come up here at about. Although the line speed's 45, you never get 45. You come up about 38 with a decent set, won't you? Well,
did you ever have the... Because these are 3-car, aren't they?
yes.
The 508s...
We've never run them in a 4-car formation, the 508s.
The 508s were
Yeah,
before, weren't they?
they were. They took the trailers out of them and made them 3s.
Yeah.
Mainly because of platform limitations. We couldn't run them as a 7, you see.
Oh dear. That's what happens when I go... I'm half asleep.
This is Leeds Street Bank, and at the top
Mate, it's some bank.
we start to join the railway that used to come out of Liverpool Exchange, which used to run all those bridges on the right now.
It's like water just...
Junction was about here, wasn't it?
That's it, yeah. See, just up there, you can see where the old railway goes in. I used to
Yeah,
always
right,
Yeah.
Yeah, there with the bridge.
Oh, I see the...
That's the old line from Liverpool Exchange.
Oh, right.
That used to be the terminating point for these services, of course. Approaching Sand Hill Station now, which is only a shadow of its former self, of course, isn't it? Well, how many boxes used to be here at one time? 3 boxes, yeah.
3 boxes at one station?
Yeah, fast and slow lines.
Yeah? Still surprising that it had so many boxes.
I've got a sign in for shunting here though.
Oh, were there?
All down in the
what,
bottom
for
there.
exchange? Keeping
Yeah.
the coach in stock
Yeah.
for exchange?
Well, no, yeah, there was that was kept up with Curdale, but they've got sidings down there, Great Howard Street sidings down on the bottom.
Yeah.
You could go down the docks, couldn't you?
Yeah.
From Sandhill.
Have we got the heaters on in here?
No,
No.
it's
Is it just...
thermostat.
It's just one of them
control,
things, you
Oh,
know.
is it?
Yeah.
I'm just concerned about it steaming up in here. So we'll see. We'll fill them
That's
in.
on the window to start steaming up.
Yeah. It might do as a precaution more than anything.
This siding on your right, of course, is the reversing siding, so we can turn trains back at Sandhill.
They terminate here as well, do they?
Very rarely, only in an emergency.
I see.
We turn empty stock back here from Hall Road, going on to Kirkdale Depot.
Hall Road is also
Yes,
a depot, isn't
we'll
it?
it's a maintenance depot, it's not a train crew depot. We'll pass Hall Road going to South.
Well,
Sandhills is the junction for the Southport, Kirby and Ormskirk lines.
there you go. I'm just going to do my trick on the window again because I think we've nearly cracked it. Sorry about this. Is that like a teepee, is it?
Yes,
The be tired out by the time you get to Southport.
It's been up since midnight.
Ooh,
I'll make you late. I'm getting good at this.
it's a good job you're fit.
Yeah, something like that. Normally, of course, none of the platforms are on. If it starts to rain,
Daisy.
none of the platforms are on the right side.
That's right.
You know, so you've had it. But like, it won't be too bad if it's just the first bit that we lose. But that is a bit optimistic. Having said what you have about Liverpool, I don't think we got much chance anyway.
But no, it's going to the forecast, it's supposed to brighten up this afternoon.
It is supposed to be better this afternoon, isn't it? I couldn't believe it. I left home at midnight last night to come up here because I've been doing a feature on the Clitheroe cement trains.
Oh yeah.
And the trouble is, they run such unearthly hours. They literally, well, if they're early, they sit in Blackburn and wait the signal box opening, which is 6 o'clock. So I was there at 5:15 thinking, well, if it's early, I'll get an arrival. But you go to the station because it's the only place where there's any light at all.
This is Bank Hall Curve now. Bank Hall Shed is now Kirkdale, isn't it, Will? And it's behind the wall, Kirkdale Shed. It used to be called Bank Hall Shed.
Right.
Indeed, the roads in Kirkdale are still numbered 20, 21, 22, although there aren't that many roads.
What is the difference between a 507 and a 508?
Very little.
That's what I think.
None at all as far as we use them.
No. It's because it's the ones that purpose built. See,
Yeah.
the 507s were first. But
Yes, the 508s had to have trip cops fitted when they first came,
But that was all.
but that was all.
They both obviously got high capacity seating and all that.
That's correct. Yeah, they're identical in every other way. A 508 also has an additional compressor under the trailer car because they used to have two on a 4 car, you see. Whereas the 507 only has one compressor. However, they've been modified on the 508 and they're both coming off the same governor. So
Oh, right.
it doesn't do you a lot of good, really.
You have to excuse my technical knowledge of these things. Being a southerner, you don't tend to know much about Merseyrail. Much more of its existence.
Next signal box, Bootle Junction, a small power box. It's one of these temporary jobs because they're going to re-signal this line in the next couple of years. The signals have already been sighted.
What's the
The line down on the right goes down to Edge Hill,
right?
and the one straight ahead goes down to Hornby Dock.
I'll understand what's going on more if I get my Baker's Bible out. And I should memorise these things before I come out, but it's a bit much around here, there's so many lines. Just shift that over that side.
Yeah, it's not on there.
Oh, right.
It is and it isn't. You go, yeah, down to Alec Dock,
Yeah.
and also to Hornby Dock and go, which isn't on there.
So we're actually at which
Now
station is
Bootle
this?
Oriel Road now.
Oh, right. So the other line is going to be the one that goes round to Aintree then? The one that...
That's the one that's on
over
your
there,
left hand
is it?
side now, yes.
And it's going to
Yeah.
pass over us or under us? Over us.
It goes over the top of us at what used to be Marsh Lane Junction.
It looks wicked out there. The wind's picking up now.
Yes, this is Hurricane Isidore, isn't it?
It's what?
Hurricane Isidore.
Is that right?
Yeah, we get it on Wednesday.
Oh, nice.
Well, north of Scotland does anyway, but we get the
Wednesday? What am I doing Wednesday? No, I'm not doing anything.
Wednesday.
Thursday.
Thursday's Manchester, another wet city.
Yeah, and the windiest place in Britain we're going Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah, Barrow.
Oh yes.
Barrow and the Barrow
Right.
Coast.
Ah.
You-
My relations are all about it.
Yeah? Do they put lead weights in their shoes around there? Stand up. Because whenever you go there trying to film a steam engine, you're sort of thinking, you know, you're quite, or certainly up near Whitehaven, it's much worse.
It's Bootle New Strand.
Am I right in thinking sort of Southport end is still Semaphore?
Oh yes,
Some of it
yes.
partially, at least.
You'll come on to semaphore signalling just after Seaford Station.
After Seaford.
The next signal we get is the last
Oh, I
colour
see.
line.
Because they're they're in the process of taking it all out, aren't they?
Yes, that's right. They're going to resignal
Right.
in 91. Having said that, Southport station has always, or nearly always, been a power signal box. It was built in 1904, I think it
So
was.
does that mean the
It was
signals
the
are
third.
electric?
It was the third power-operated signal box to be built by Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway. Bolton East was the first, St Luke's was the second, I think,
yeah.
and Southport was the third.
The L&Y were pretty
They
go
were,
ahead.
they
then,
were,
weren't they?
yes. They
With
had
their
track
electrics
circuits
as
before
well.
anybody else and things like that, I'm led to believe.
Yeah.
This was electrified in 1904, wasn't it?
A
Something
long,
like
long
that.
while ago, yeah.
1904.
That is, yeah. That's pretty early actually. Isn't it? That's the Aintree line.
Yes.
Am
It
I-
used to be double track, of course, but
Yeah.
now it's single track, freight only.
But they have race course trains, don't they, occasionally?
Not over that line, not anymore, they don't.
No.
You know, what they used to do, you know, when the specials came from where we just come from now,
Yeah.
specials come up there, but take them in this way,
Yeah.
let the people get out of the station.
Yeah. I assume there was. I mean, most race courses are rail served, aren't they?
Just the old Marsh Lane Junction that we just passed there.
Which is.
And the railway goes over the top of us here to Aintree. It only goes to Metal Box up near to Aintree.
Yeah. Do they supply much stuff or not? Much
I think it's
traffic?
one train a day. Certainly not much more than that.
Yeah, not too bad then. But still revenue.
The overhead railway used to come as far as here, didn't it, Wilf? It used to come through there.
So what, mile left?
Yeah.
Doctor's umbrella, they used to call it.
Sorry?
The Dockers umbrella.
Is that right?
Yeah. About to work on the deep, you know, when it was raining.
Sounds very reasonable. It doesn't ever rain around here, does it?
Every now and again.
Only now and again.
Seaforth stage.
Did I miss something there?
No, I was just reminding you.
Remind me to pay me subs at weekend.
Oh, actually.
Yeah.
Absolute block signalling now that we're finished with the colour lights now.
Right. Because there's quite a lot of crossings at the north end as well, isn't there?
From now on, every signal box has got a crossing.
Oh, is it? So, because that's the worst thing about crossings is they take, well, from BR's point of view, they take the much worse to get out. Cause,
Mostly barriers now.
yeah. I assume, because there's some ruling about how many crossings a box can oversee, isn't there? Or a signal can oversee.
Each signal box down there, we've actually got some that are pure crossing boxes. They're not
Yeah.
signal boxes in their own right,
So
although they look like
so they don't operate a block.
They don't. The block section is not between those two. No.
I understand,
Similar.
yeah.
When we leave Waterloo, there's a case in point. I'll point that out to you. Liverpool Road box. It's not a box. It's just a crossing.
Change text Waterloo. Shouldn't take more than a moment.
Well, we're just coming up to Waterloo now.
Oh right, and the
We're
first
stopping in the
semaphore.
station. Yeah, the first semaphore.
A
this-
real distance as well. Used to seeing nasty yellow boards things.
They actually work over here.
That's why we're here though.
Round the corner and into Waterloo station.
Very nice. You'll be doing some building work around here, aren't you?
Yeah, they're resurfacing a lot of the platforms and generally revamping.
They're doing this, I know some of these places are doing like sort of ramps for the disabled
That's
and
right,
stuff
yeah.
like that, aren't they, at the moment?
There's lots of people using
Sleep.
That's right, which is most of the time today, probably. Yes, that's just dropping the top of the box.
Waterloo signal box. The block section is between Waterloo and Hall Road. Although, as you will see coming into view now, there's another signal box down there. That is Brook Hall Road level crossing. It's got signals both ways, but it's not a block section.
No.
And it's raining again.
And it's raining again, yeah. It's raining. It's not doing it any mean way either, is it? It's coming down been hard, rather. I don't know. So the whole system was L&Y, was it?
Yes.
Going around?
Yes. Well, I say, yeah, when you go down on the Mersey, that was the Merseyrail way. That was before any of these.
Well, under the
river.
Yeah.
Mundell, Sands and Crosby. Whole road system to the other bit.
I see, there must be a crossing coming out to see the distance.
Yeah.
Unusual to see a distance at the end of a platform and no home, isn't it?
Yeah. Distant at both ends of this one.
Yeah, so I saw. I was amazed actually when I was waiting at Hunt's Cross, just how busy. I mean, there were plenty of people catching on, that was for sure.
Well, this is a 15-minute service over here all the while. And it's as little as 7 minutes in the peak.
Was it? You mean before the sun comes up?
Yeah.
Service in the world when you think about it, only 15 minutes.
Well, it's pretty good, isn't it?
It's 15 minutes on a Sunday from Southport to Liverpool.
Is it?
It is, yeah.
I suppose it's the resort round here as well, isn't it, Southport? I assume.
Well, yeah, people go for the day, so.
Sighting board behind this one,
Yes.
whatever the official term is.
Yes, this is a sighting board. There's not a lot of them out them now. The S&T frown on them because of the health and safety of work.
Would have thought it made life easier.
It does make life easier for us, but it doesn't make life easier for anybody else in terms of maintenance.
Oh, I see.
Had a couple of bad accidents here in L&Y days, and one pretty recently, didn't it? About 10 years ago, there was one man in the back of one going to Liverpool. But in L&Y days, I do believe that a steam train, came through here and went up the reversing siding, which you'll be able to see just where the buffer stops are.
Oh, what, in the middle?
Yeah.
Between the running lines?
Yeah. I don't know the exact details, but the incident is recorded in OS Knox, A Concise History of Lancashire and Yorkshire Railway.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. In fact, there's diagrams of the signal boxes and whatnot down here.
I think that last one that came out, I think Joe Elsland, didn't he, all about this.
Yeah, when Ken Pye ran in the back of
That's right,
Woodcock.
yeah.
Which station was that again?
That was Hall Road.
Yeah, so we've got the depot on our...
Yes, we've got the depot on the left-hand side, and on the right-hand side is the electrical control offices. That's where the computer equipment's housed and they...
What, these buildings just here?
Yeah, those buildings on the right-hand side, they control the whole of the electrified system. If we want the electrified line cutting off,
Yeah.
we speak to Hall Road.
Is that...
No matter where we are, that's the Whittle and over here as well.
So it's both sides?
The whole of Merseyrail electrification, yeah.
Uh-huh.
The main power supply for this section comes in at Bank Hall substation. We're now out the suburbs now, if you like. We're open country, going towards Hightown. West Lancashire Golf Course on your left-hand side.
Uh-huh.
£310 a pint. £309 for your subs and £1 for a pint.
004. Is it all day they run 6 cars, or is it?
Depends on the traffic, the quantity of traffic. It's usually left up to the supervisors, isn't it?
Yeah. Generally run about, through the summer.
Yeah.
Most of the 6.
In the winter proper, it'll be down to 3.
What, through
Through the day, just piece them up for the peaks.
Yeah. So there isn't any stock shortage or anything that you...
Oh yes, we have got a stock shortage at the moment, yeah. Wheel wear is a big thing over here.
Yeah.
These are turned religiously, I think every 6 months we're in Southport on the triangle, we have a triangle in Southport.
Yeah, I know.
And we turn them, but we have been running into wheel wear problems. They get turned at Allerton, just outside of Hunts Cross there.
So what's the thing? So the wheel wear excessively works. I mean, where's the wheel wear from?
They think it's from the loop lines.
The loop lines.
Yeah, on the Mersey system, on the low level where we're going later on.
So it's the other side, really,
Yeah.
that's the problem. Yeah, I got you.
It's not a dangerous problem, but it's causes a little bit of stop problem.
Yeah.
This is Hightown. The signal box here is only opening at peak, it'll be shutting very shortly.
Oh, I see.
About 10 o'clock I think it should.
So he just pegs himself out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still open at the moment.
He's in there somewhere. Under all that chicken wire. I seem you get a bit of problem with the old bricks through windows and that around here.
We're not so much with signal boxes. We don't suffer very much with vandalism north of Waterloo, do we? I should say west of Waterloo. Oh, north
He's
of Waterloo.
smiling.
We suffer with it from Waterloo onwards.
You haven't heard of it?
Wow, what have you hit this?
I got one through there last week.
Yeah? Whereabouts? Freshfield.
Brunswick Curve.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Down there.
That's where you get most of it.
Brunswick Curve. That's
Yeah.
down by the station, is it?
Yeah, where we passed before, where the
Yeah.
shop was at North St Michael.
Oh, I got you.
Into
I
town.
imagine that's quite.
Shakes you up a bit.
Yeah, I imagine it does. Yeah.
It'll not be.
Did it catch you or not? You see what I mean?
Well, it only splintered like, you
Oh,
know.
did it?
but we
Yeah.
have it,
Well, that's it's the shock of it as much as anything, isn't it? It's a surprise.
They're stronger than they look, these sets, really, aren't they?
well, yeah.
Yeah.
I hit a tree with one of these.
Yeah?
So,
One of your driving days.
yes, when I was driving. One minute the railway was clear like this, it was just coming out of Freshfield. Next minute there was a tree coming down in front of me, blowing a severe gale at the time.
Yeah, it just literally came down. She came around the corner. So.
Found Martin took him something to do for 3 hours.
That's it,
Just the River Alps that we come under. There's a Hesketh crossing. At one time, they used to run tanks across there, didn't they, to the army barracks on the left-hand
yeah.
side. And we're climbing now. This big building on the right-hand side,
Yeah.
which is now metal closures, used to be the old power station, didn't it, for when the L&Y made its own electricity.
Oh, I see.
So it's commonly known amongst train crews as the powerhouse. You know, if there's any sheep or anything like that, they would say by the powerhouse, and everybody would know where it was.
Yeah.
It's the River Alt that runs past it. We go over the bridge on the River Alt. Goes out to the right is Altka. Altka.
What, the village? You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Used to be a railway, used to go up there. I know the name of this crossing here. It's called Bill's Crossing, but it's on the diagram in Eccles box. I had to go in one day. I had to go in one day when I was with a certain driver and we failed it with a 47. Remember?
Oh, that's right, yeah. That was a bother, that.
Is there
It
any?
was my second one, that.
Oh, I see. Is there any freight up this bit or not?
No.
So there's none between Southport and where the A3 line comes in.
The only thing you will get is ballast trains.
Yeah. So eventually.
It's a subsidised railway, so they
Oh,
can't.
is it?
Yeah, they're not allowed to run it forward. Apart from that, it's fitting it in with the service. You know.
Yeah.
It's very much with the old semaphore signalling. It's very much at capacity most of the time. There's empty stock wants to come from all road to Southport. He's got to plan his margin. You know.
Yeah.
This is the signal box was Eccles Crossing. This is Formby Station.
Pub back there.
Yeah, it shuts at 10:30 on a Saturday night. Yeah, no, it used to.
Fine.
This is about as far as I've got on this one. They come up
He was only doing the pubs though.
Oh, sorry, yeah. No, we wanted to sit in the hostelry for lunch. We found it.
Yeah. Oh, there's some nice hostelries up here, isn't there?
Oh, there is, yeah. We do them regular. Out for dinner and yeah, you know, after your dinner, it's nice.
You can't beat it, can you?
They can't now.
You're now entering the area where golf is the national pastime.
Is that right? I assume from what you're saying you don't play.
No.
From what you said about that last golf club, didn't seem to be talking about them too fondly. I don't think you can play golf on a driver's wage.
You can, well, some of them do.
Quite a few do. They go,
Jack Moore, very interested in it, Jack.
Thought it was exceedingly expensive.
No, I wouldn't say it. Not at Southport because there's so many clubs, isn't there? There's sort
there's
of
competition.
there's working type golf clubs and there's golf clubs. If
Oh,
you know what I mean.
yeah. Oh, that's
I mean, you've got Birkdale Golf Club and you've got Royal Birkdale.
Oh, I see. I got you.
what do they call them?
Subtle difference, but it's a few hundred quid.
Yeah.
Yeah. But a few hundred quid for the Royal on the front.
Yeah. Well, if you're going on Royal Birkdale, there's a warning. You know, warning. This may affect your bank balance.
Love it.
Do so many hours cleaning the courses, you know, and all that.
Yeah, there's a couple of lads do that Southport. Clean the municipal. We have a municipal course as well at Southport.
Pressure. I've been here for the NRM red unit. You know the
yeah.
Merseyrail. Got a shot of this coming up.
That's at Birkenhead North in the shed.
Oh, is it?
Or is it? That's the 502, isn't it? I think
I
it's
can't
gone
remember.
back in there, yeah. The 503 is still at Birkenhead North.
I can't remember. One's 3 car, one's 2 car.
Yeah,
isn't
the
it?
503 is the 3 car, yeah.
I can't remember which one we got here.
502.
But I know they put dirty great yellow ends on it now,
Yeah.
don't they?
They have to
Bit of a
do
shame.
that. Yeah. When we first got the Sprinters, the 150 stroke 2, that came out with nice silver ends, didn't it? And,
That's nice.
They soon
Yeah.
painted those. Shut up.
You haven't got much sprinter work, have you? Around it?
At Southport, we have,
I've
yeah.
got a little bit tired.
Oh, because they come over from Preston.
From
way, don't
Manchester.
they?
Manchester.
Ah.
I out to Wigan and Manchester.
Are they going to reinstate the Bursker Bridge? You used to be able to
I
go around the
don't
curve.
know. I
didn't
don't
you?
know. They used to be able to go around the curve 2 ways, but there's nothing left there now. They would have to completely rebuild it.
Yeah.
There's that many people been asking about this and trying to get it back.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is, the expense of getting it back, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
The path on the right hand side, just the other side of the fence, is Fisherman's Close, Fisherman's Path. And it terminates in a level crossing just further up, known as Fisherman's Crossing, and there have been a lot of suicides there, haven't there? Well,
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Anybody that wants to top themselves in Southport,
Well, they do it on the rail. On
yeah,
the, under
put
the
their head on
train.
the, yeah, they usually put their head on the rail, yeah.
I mean the third rail.
No,
They
no,
wait for a train to do
they
the
wait for a
damage.
train to do the damage, yeah.
Yeah. Which is a lot less nice, to say the least, isn't it?
On the right, as we come round and start swinging around the bend, be off camera of course, but there's RAF Woodvale,
Yeah.
it's just there. Liverpool and Manchester University Air Squadrons, the home of. We used to have aerodrome signals down here. If an aeroplane crashed,
Right.
they could light red lights in the signals,
Oh,
but
I
of course
see.
we've taken them away now. They had a similar thing round Harden.
Is that the Alan Wise handiwork again, was it?
No, that was purely down to the RAF.
Oh,
What do you
Yeah.
think there? One of the railway policemen at Southport has a licence, so sometimes walk with him from there.
I see. It's more expensive than the Q train to run.
Yeah, it
now.
works about works out at £1 a minute, £60 an hour. It is.
Yeah?
Works out at £1 a minute.
I was in the wrong job.
private wages.
Eh?
Maybe once in the private
Ah, yeah, talking about per annum. Next signal we're going up to now is Ainsdale's distance signal.
It's only 8 minutes. 8 minutes from Southport, aren't we?
Yeah, we're not far.
So there's no signage retained for any reason along
No.
here.
When they re-signal it, I'm led to believe that there is going to be provision for reversible running up and down here.
Is it?
But where it is, I couldn't tell you where it's going to be.
Oh, just for engineering works.
No, it won't be. That's right. Say we get a train failure, we'll be able to work round it, which we can't at the moment.
Oh, I see.
These units are very reliable. I would say the most failures are caused by vandalism.
Yeah.
On the whole, one of these will usually get you home, albeit on half power and maybe running a little reduced speed, but on the whole they will get you home. But if you do get one stopped for any reason, then straight away you get a lot of reaction.
Yeah.
The delays along here are mostly the reaction delays. You only want one to stop.
One problem.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
That's the problem with being so intensive, isn't it?
Yes, that's correct. Yeah.
It exaggerates any small hiccup.
No, Freddie, lad. You'd have come get and put you girls in, did you say?
He used to be a driver, that chap on the platform, he had a heart attack.
That's the fellow he's talking to.
Yeah.
Well, I told you, on the phone, I said, get ready. Aye. See ya.
Does this form the 1020 Mac or?
Yeah, it will do. Yeah, we'll get a quick cup of coffee if you're alright.
Obviously, the only thing to keep me awake. Man can't survive on Mars bars and coffee alone, but he can try.
I must go in the office and get my wage slip and all. You've got 3 of them there.
Oh. That won't be worse for you.
I was on my holiday. Yeah. They will too, bear wait, we're on my holiday.
Oh, you can tell he gets it paid in by direct debit because he's not in a panic to get there. We'd have been there by now if he'd have been.
Be a panic tomorrow, it goes in on Friday.
It's nice to have a cab which you can hear something.
Oh, yeah.
Cab rides and there's like 47s and like you loud hailer from the other side of the cab.
Yeah.
And like, it sounds really ridiculous when you watch the cab ride because the mics pick up the voices because they're really close and they don't pick up much. It's amazing. It actually staggers me, you know. And like because I'm talking to the driver and I can't hear what he's saying. I'm shouting at him and I'm right next to the mic. Sounds like a riot's going on in the cab. Yeah.
You've got 2 golf clubs these, aren't they? 2 separate ones. That's Birkdale, that's Southport and Ainsdale there on the right, isn't it? Yeah. Birkdale Golf Club on the left, Southport and Ainsdale on the right, and further over to the left out the side is Royal Birkdale where they have all the major tournaments.
Yeah, oh yeah. I know very little about golf, I confess.
Did you see that? There was a joke in the mirror the other day. There's a soldier standing there with a set of golf clubs on his shoulder. And a sergeant stood looking at him. And he said, "No frisbee." I said, "We were practicing for the Gulf on Birkdale Sands." This is Hillside Station now.
It's quite funny that they all seem to come down from the top, don't they?
Yeah.
Fairly similar, aren't they, really? Which is the... I see this is the Northern Line from the signs.
Yeah.
Because I saw at Hunts Cross it said change the Northern Line. So the one with the sprinters and the pacers on was...
Well, that's just the ordinary. That's not part of Merseyrail.
Oh, but it said something... It said a name, didn't it?
Oh, there's City Lines. Sorry, yes, that's up to Broad Green, Highton, and also to Warrington and Widnes. That's City Lines. Yeah.
138.
That's a 508. Yeah. They made them 138 and whatnot because so it didn't clash with them. So you didn't get 507 038 and 508 038. You see.
Oh, I see. Because I noticed that 138 when it was into Hunts Cross when I was waiting because I was there quite early.
What you're coming to now is the only automatic level crossing on the railway now.
Oh, extravagant.
Automatic half barriers, Crescent Road crossing.
Oh, I see. They're the train operated, are they?
Yeah.
I simply just saw them start to move down. So this is the units going back on the 1020.
Yeah.
We haven't got a panic.
No, you're not. Well, forget your stuff off. No. That's right. Yeah.
Because that's what I thought when I looked at the timetable. I thought, well, if I can go back on the one that we came
You
on,
worked out well. It's good bit of plan.
nearly,
Yeah.
I must have been awake.
You must have been awake.
I'll write out in my diary. I was awake.
Birkdale Station.
Well, this is nice, isn't it? I don't suppose you get excited about the architecture, but this one looks quite nice.
It's hard to get excited when you've been up and down here 3 times a day for 9 years, isn't it?
You surprise me. Oh, it was a terrible thing to film though, because look at those subways, they come out right across the shop. No, I heard that Southport was going to, the Semaphores were going to go at Southport.
Yes, I
And I
think.
thought, well, if I do
Yeah.
Huntscross Southport as my main
Yeah.
cab ride, and then I thought, I'll see what else I can do in a day. And I got my timetable out, and I thought, I can actually do everything, technically.
Yeah.
I
Southport is itself colour lit, the station, apart
Yeah.
from a couple of semaphores.
I know there's when I saw Scotsman leave a couple of years ago, there was semaphores on
That's right, yeah.
in the middle, weren't they? On the road that goes out towards Manchester and Wigan.
Very important building there on the right, Royal Bank of Scotland. That's where my wages going on Friday.
You want them to 11, they'll be there at 2 minutes past.
Yeah, I
No, they got all in the wall on Lord Street now, Will.
Oh,
This is Orton Road signal box. Used to look very Midland indeed. I'm sure it was a Midland box they'd purchased from somewhere, but they've had to redo the windows, of course. The frames were coming out. You can still see a couple of the original Midland frames in the window, and it is a tumbler frame in the box.
The second one's Duke Street, isn't it?
Yeah, this is Orton Road. The next one is Duke Street now. It's typical L&Y construction, this one.
Yeah. This is the other place where I got the shot of the red unit.
Yeah.
And that was before it had yellow bits on it.
Yeah.
Looked really pretty, because I stood there.
None of these boxes are signal
Wait for the,
boxes. The actual block section is
got you.
between Birkdale and Southport. These
So
are
just
only
crossing
crossings.
boxes, yeah.
The next one is Portland Street.
Are you coming back on the 1020?
no, sir.
Or did you get a break, or
I
have
have
you-
a break now, yeah.
Yeah. What time did you finish?
2:45.
2:45. Along the same stretch all day, or did you get to go on the south side?
All day, every day.
I do occasionally on my days off. I do a bus route, and like there's one in the company, which is 18 times down the same road. And you think, oh no, I can't take this. By the end of the day, you know, if anybody asks me for another 22 pence fare, I'll scream.
They call this promotion is top link now, Will.
Top link, eh? That's the triangle going off to the right, isn't it?
Yes, round to the right. The main line used to go around there as well.
And that's of course the Wigan line going
Yeah,
out.
the small bit of brickwork you saw on the right hand side, that was the old Southport South signal box, which I'm told burned down, didn't it?
Oh, I
They
see.
did, yes.
Even
Very
the bricks.
conveniently, yeah.
Very
Even the bricks.
conveniently, yeah.
And that little look up the
As I say, Southport Station signal box was one of the, I think it was the third power box to be built by the L&Y. Miniature lever frame.
This is an impressive station.
Yeah. It used to be. There was how many
But even-
platforms?
well,
13
13.
platforms.
13.
All that car park over on the right hand side was platform.
Used to say 13 in and 13 out. You go in every platform and come out to where the main line.
Oh, I see.
When Wilf got his first driving turn, they all come and stood on the bridge, his family, to watch him go to Manchester.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Is he? Who, Pilkey?
Oh, sorry.
Brilliant. Well, thanks very much.
How's that? All right.